Bingo addict Lavana is suing her, quote, no good son of a bitch ex-husband, Cleatus Rodney Rockwell, for child support for their son, Stu. Lavana claims that Cleatus left for cigarettes 25 years ago and never returned, therefore leaving her with the burden of raising their son all on her own. Lavana claims, I don't know how much child support goes for these days, but I know it's enough to get me at least half the pull tabs at bingo next week. Cleatus Rodney Rockwell, owner of Squirrels R Us, has launched a countersuit against Lavana, stating that her constant, quote, bitchin' caused him to go get cigarettes one night, and that because of the stress of the relationship, he never returned. Cleatus would like the cost of the cigarettes reimbursed, plus, quote, $1 more than what that blood-sucking squirrel tick is asking for.
Hang the collar.
All right, guys. Okay, so welcome to our courtroom. Today we are hearing the case of Momma Lavana versus Cleatus Rodney Rockwell. We introduce Momma Lavana here to the court. Hello, Mother. Mama. Would you prefer to go by Mama or Lavana?
You can call me Mama. You remind me of my good-for-nothing daughter, Larkseen, except you've made something of yourself.
Well, thank you. I mean, I don't think I have done much. They literally just pulled me off the street to do this today, but okay. And so we heard your request. We were unable to find Cleatus Rodney Rockwell, but
great. Try in absentia.
We were able to get him on the phone. So,
bitch.
Okay. So, yeah. Cleatus, are you there? Can you hear us? Cleatus. Why is that not working? Why can't we hear Cleatus?
Because
why can't we hear Cleatus?
Because he is.
Oh, wait, because this is why. But now we can. Now we got the phone.
Hello!
Yep, awesome. Great.
God damn it, that is one voice I thought I'd never have to hear again. Never needed to hear again.
I was hoping to never have to be in the same room with you either, whether it be by phone or not. You horrible squirrel tick of a woman.
You see what I had to deal with?
So we'll keep it polite. Okay, I'm just fixing your audio, Cleatus. You know, this is a Florida court, so audio visuals not our forte.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
You definitely don't want a visual on that one.
Well, I mean, they have to look at you.
I am a glorious, beautiful, dainty woman. That's what you could never appreciate. That was your problem.
So today we are here, okay? We're here to...
5-second rule.
We're here to fight a custody battle. No, not even a custody battle. A child support battle.
That's right, Your Honor.
Okay, so...
I'm aiming to get what's mine.
Okay, so...
Oh, you're going to get what's yours, Lavana.
I'll tell you something, you son of a bitch. We're going to triangulate that phone call, and I'm going to hunt you down, and I'm going to plant a whole carton of cigarettes in your ass.
Lavana! That's order in the court! This is my court, goddammit! I might not be an actual judge here, but goddamn, I will have order. So, we're arguing for child support. Lavana, you have not given me a specific number. What amount are you asking for?
I want the maximum allowable amount. I mean, I don't know. I ain't no math teacher or nothing. I just want the maximum amount that's accorded to me according to law. I assumed you would know that. You're a judge.
Well, maximum allowable amount at this point is moot because I need proof of what's been paid.
Ain't nothing been paid. That's the problem. It's like he left for cigarettes, never came back, and left me holding our sweet little baby boy all on my own with not 2 red cents to rub together sent to me over 30 years.
Yeah, you ain't got no money because you're addicted to the bingo, Luvana. That's why you ain't got no money.
It's like a real man is supposed to provide for his family. And of course, we ain't talking to no real man over this phone line right now, are we?
Well, okay, so Lavana, do you have anything, any kind of receipts or paperwork or anything that can provide to me the level of income that is needed to provide for the child support for your son?
Yes, Your Honor. Just a moment. I did come to court prepared. Give me just a moment here. There you go.
Okay, so sales receipt. So we have the date since the day that motherfucker left.
That's right.
So this is all just one receipt.
That's right. I've been keeping a tally right up here. It's all right up here.
So this is still not giving me a number, a monetary value to this. Okay, so
I mean, look, you just use your imagination, Judge. I mean, you're a woman. I'm sure you know what it's like to have to raise two or possibly three children. I can't rightly remember all on your own.
So why don't you tell me and tell the court exactly what happened in your words, and then Cleatus will hear from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to set the scene, it was a wild and stormy night, and Stu was crying because he cried for a solid year after he was born. We couldn't figure out why. I mean, the doctors told us it's because you need to stop bottle feeding him a beer bottle. Take him off the bottle. It's like I gotta preserve these voluptuous areolas right here, and I don't want them to get all stretched out and rubbery, looking like bottle nipples. You know what I mean? So
Too late.
I do what I have to. It's like, you wait your turn. You wait your turn. You have plenty of time to say whatever you gotta say. So Stu's crying, and I'm like, Cleatus, go warm me up another bottle of beer in the microwave. Hold on, see, these are real good at catching cigarettes. It's my favorite function of them. And I kept telling him, Stu, go warm up a beer for the baby.
So how old is Stu? How old was Stu when your ex-husband left you?
Oh, it's less than a year, maybe about 8 months, 9 months old. I spent most of the pregnancy in the first year in a drunken stupor, so my sense of time was
my notes
not
on
as
the
accurate.
case state, according to you, that he left 25 years ago. According to my, let's see, do we have? Yes, according to my records, Stu's in his 30s now, so that would have made him over 5 years old.
He might have been that old. I mean, I did hold him and diaper him and feed him from a bottle for several years beyond what is normally considered appropriate. It wasn't a matter of codependency, though, as many of these psychologists will tell you. As Dr. Phil told me one time, I punched his lights out when he told me that my son's problem stemmed from a codependent mother who kept him in bottles and diapers till he was probably like 10 years old.
Okay.
It's like, I don't care so deeply for my children, except for my piece of shit daughter, Larxene.
How many children do you have?
2 or 3.
Or 3. So continue on with the story. So it was this night, you were bottle feeding Stu.
So I was trying to bottle feed him. Cleatus wouldn't get out of his meth stupor or whatever the fuck he had going on long enough to get off the couch, go warm up the bottle. So I ran in there.
I have never, for the the record, I have never done meth in my entire life. I don't know what is wrong with you, Lubana. Y'all telling me I was high on methamphetamines. You crazy woman. I have never done methamphetamine in my entire life. Maybe some of them party pills.
Your current dental records belie that fact. It's like meth not even once. It's like he's the poster child for that ad campaign.
Do you have any idea how hard on your teeth squirrel milk is? I mean, there's not very much calcium in it, so I'm sorry if my teeth didn't get the vitamins and minerals that they needed because my family has a squirrel farm.
He's lying about that squirrel farm. It's a meth lab, just like that guy from Malcolm in the Middle ran on that documentary.
Okay, so continue with the story. Let's go.
So I had enough. Like I had to get up from holding stew and doing my Sudoku puzzles and my word searches. I don't do the crossword because I'm not very well read. I only do word searches because it requires like no mental acuity at all, and I'm not very good at Sudoku. But anyway, I'm digressing. So I get up and I wind up my puzzle book. You know, you can get those like big puzzle books that are about that thick. It's like you can buy a Bible or a telephone book sized book of puzzles at the supermarket, and I always like to get those to play between games at bingo. Mm-hmm. And I rolled up and started wailing on him to teach him a lesson. And so he gets up and he's like, I can't take this anymore. I'm going out for cigarettes and I'm never coming back. How was I to know that he was going to go out for cigarettes and never come back?
Wow.
I did tell you.
Cleatus, let's hear from you. What are your recounts of that night?
Well, you see, I was sitting there minding my own business, trying to, help take care of Mama Lubana's child, Stu. Not my child. Hashtag not mine.
Liar.
And I'm lying, am I?
Your lips are moving, ain't they?
Oh, I see how this is.
Continue the story from the night, Cleatus, sir.
Wait, the night that I left or the night that I met this horrible squirrel tick of a woman?
Of the night that you left for the cigarettes.
Oh yes, okay, sorry. I get confused sometimes. So I was sitting there minding my own business, trying to take care of Stu, and here she comes out of nowhere, all messed up on her pills and booze again, and she just takes her puzzle book and starts wailing on me. I was like, "What are you doing, you crazy bitch? I can't take this anymore. I am done with you. I take care of you. I take care of your family and your horrible addictions. And look what you do. You beat on me. I'm leaving. I'm out of here, and I am never coming back. You horrible squirrel. At least my squirrels love me. Larry, Daryl, and Daryl have never done me wrong, unlike you, Lubana.
He always asked me to beat him with like newspapers and belts and switches and sometimes a cat.
That was all in your head, you schizophrenic. You keep putting all that blame on me doing meth. Yeah, I think that the problem is you are projecting. I think they call it projecting, and that's where you have your problems and you push them off onto others so that you can feel better about yourself. Because I can tell you one thing: I ain't never done methamphetamine in my life, you crazy woman. And those voices you keep hearing.
Look who poured his meth profits into a fancy psychology degree from the community college.
Hey, Squirrel Community College was good for me.
Well, while we're on the subject of psychology, your countersuit, Cleatus, is mental duress. You are suing for mental refund. Do you have you seen a doctor?
I mean, does the okay, so well, Charlene down the road, she's got one of them fancy paper certificates on the wall that says she's a doctor, and I went down and I saw her after getting beat up by Luvana, and she told me that I had one of them concussed heads, and so I mean, does that Does that count?
You were born with that.
Okay, so I do see where you have presented some evidence. You presented a copy of her license. So, yep, there we have it. It says official license right here.
You see what I'm saying right there? She's official license.
There we go.
She's official, right?
Okay.
It's like,
Okay, so we have a license. And then I also have here included her analysis doctor's note.
Right.
Stating your case.
wait a minute. Jolene! There, she ain't a psychiatrist. She's a hooker that works down the street. She's a hooker.
I never gave her a dime.
Well, that don't surprise me that you stiff a working woman. That don't surprise me at all. But nonetheless, Jolene ain't no licensed psychiatrist. Your Honor, this is a travesty of justice, and I deserve what's due to me.
Well, you see here, I think you have things messed up. I need to tell you a secret, Mama Luvana.
Oh, do tell. Do tell.
So, when I was about 7 years old, you know Mom and Pa have always had the squirrel farm, right?
I think they probably started off running bootleg hooch back in the Depression, and it just kind of
You can think whatever you want, Luvana.
Morphed into
Anyways.
weed, and then into meth, and not unlike the Steve Earle song "Copperhead Road."
Okay, so if you've never seen a squirrel milking apparatus, if you don't hook them things up just right, they kind of go a little berserk. Well, I was about 7 years old. I was out in the barn messing with one of them squirrel milking devices, and well, I had me an accident, and it popped both of my testicles, and it ripped my ball sack right open, and they fell out on the ground. I actually stepped on them and popped them right there. I didn't know what to do, so Mama took a pair of walnuts and she lacquered them up real nice so that they'd look like. I know I always told you that I had big walnuts for balls on it, and you just never believed me that they were actually walnuts. So I'm sorry, but Stu's not mine.
Well, I can. Oh, bullshit. Oh, bull fucking shit. It's like. The reason I never noticed his balls is because I only believe what I can see with my own two eyes, and he's got a little bit of a mound down there, but having tiny little peanut balls does not mean that they got popped or cut off whenever he was younger.
I'm just trying to tell you the truth here, lady.
That. Another damn lie. My, what a fanciful imagination my good-for-nothing ex-husband has.
I would be happy to show a picture of my walnuts to the judge to make an assertion that they're actually walnuts and not testicles, till we can prove the fact that there is, the truth to the story here.
So
good, let's see him. Let's see his little arts and crafts project.
Normally, we do not accept evidence post court, but in this instance, I think this is a special case. Yes. If you would like to send these pictures, I will figure out a way to get them on to the court. Okay.
I sent a picture of my nuts.
Okay. The bailiff is...
Oh, this ought to be good.
The bailiff is bringing it over. We're taking a look. He's bringing it. Okay, so this is...
You gotta be kidding me.
So these just... I'm gonna be honest. These look like just actual nuts.
Well, I guess he ain't so stupid that he can't use a Google image search.
What? I mean, sometimes they explode. You have to replace them every now and again.
So...
You know what I wish I had with me right now is the jar that I keep your nuts in ever since our honeymoon night.
Did you, Mama Lavana, ever administer any DNA tests that we can use in the court?
I did not. However, I do have Stu's birth certificate, which, according to Florida family court law, means that as long as it's been signed onto by both the if the name on the birth certificate for the father is a certain person, then they have to pay child support whether or not the DNA test matches.
That is true. That is true. Let's take a look at this
like,
birth certificate.
Thank goodness for the bounties of feminism in our court system.
See, that ain't my signature.
We're taking a look here.
Oh, are you sure? Are you sure it's not? Because it says that son of a bitch, and that's you. So, case in point.
That's not how I spell son of a bitch.
Is it not how you spell son of a bitch?
No, I spell it SOMAVOBICH.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's not how you spell my signature.
I think we need to get an expert in on that.
Well, this is the Florida court. We cannot afford signature testers or foreseers or whatever the word is. We can't fucking afford it.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered I once got certified as a handwriting expert, and that's definitely his signature right there.
Okay.
Expert testimony.
I will say though,
Just remembered.
I will say that this doesn't look like a legit birth certificate.
Well, why not, Your Honor? I mean, it's all there.
There is no signature on it, Lavana. There's no signature on this birth certificate. So my question
I guess
is,
there's
I
some sort of
specifically need. I have no numbers from you, Lavana. I have this janky birth certificate. I don't even have proof of. Like, neither of you have come to court prepared, I will say.
I didn't come to court, that's why.
You didn't, yeah, well, okay.
That's par for the course with this one.
Okay, so...
Can't ever be bothered to show up.
We do have, this receipt here, we have it listed.
Y'all know how much all that costs. It's like y'all are all in the same economy as this hard-working woman right here. Let's just give me a ballpark figure of whatever his squirrel farm / meth lab's worth. I'll take that.
I do also notice that you have cigarettes, bingo hall, and beer crossed out.
Well, you know what? You're right. We should probably have me reimbursed for those too, because those are what take the edge off being a single mother.
See, I thought it was all the Percocet you were taking.
That too. I ain't ashamed of it. It's prescribed by a real psychologist.
Jolene's a real psychologist.
Cleatus, you are countersuing because of the duress.
Right.
Oh, poor baby. He's so duressed.
From Jolene, this post-it. Do you have you're suing for the cost of the pack of cigarettes? You're suing for $1 more than what she's asking. Do you have a receipt for these cigarettes?
They cost me $5.99.
Okay, well, I can't take hearsay. Do you have...
Don't you want me to go back all the way down to that grocery store back when come on, that was 25 years ago. What am I supposed to... I'm supposed to produce a receipt for the $5.99? This is ridiculous.
I keep all my receipts, obviously. Right up here.
So, we're going to leave this up to our jury. We're going to take it to the jury. See what they decide. Who do we rule in favor of? Do we rule in favor of Cleatus Rodney Rockwell or Mama Lavana? Guys, this is an important case.
So I have faith that justice will be served this day, and I'm going to have enough money to buy out half the pull tabs at bingo all next week, and I'm going to be rich as the Sultan of Saudi Arabia.
So I'm asking you, you're asking for back pay for this. Are you asking to this day? So I have a question. Why now? Why are you seeking the child support now?
Well, it's because I've been having a little bit of a losing streak at bingo for the past month or so. That son of a bitch caller ain't calling my numbers. I think he ought to be hung, and I scream that fact loudly every night to his face. And so
so I have on the record
Mama needs
here,
her luck to turn around, and I put my faith in the court system to do that.
I have on the record here that Stu recently became unemployed from you.
I mean, he goes through phases of employment and unemployment, usually more so the latter. But that's just all the more reason for him to live at home with his mama. And this will better help me provide for him, as he is still a growing boy of 35 years old.
Squirrel pick whore.
Fuck you. I will take you for everything you've got, even if it is just a bunch of squirrels and meth.
I have never done math.
Well, you
What the shit?
Sure slung it.
So,
What say the jury?
the jury is ruling in favor of Mama Lavana. But,
Hallelujah!
but,
The jury comes through when the fucking bingo caller can.
as a judge, you, Mama Lavana, have produced no claim of or proof of any kind of money. You have also produced a birth certificate that is obviously not signed by Cleatus Rodney Rockwell.
It's right there in blue ink.
You
I think in
you
two
have
different
not
pens.
provided a DNA test providing that Cleatus Rodney Rockwell is the father of your adult child.
Look, I'm a feminist and I should not have to provide a DNA test to prove fatherhood. You should just believe mothers and birth certificates
Okay?
that are clearly not forged.
And because you have not provided me any receipt that has any monetary value to it, I absolutely cannot award you any money. Cleatus!
Well, us women have got to stick together, Judge. What are you doing to me?
Because I cannot award her any money, I obviously cannot award you the $1 plus. And because you have failed to provide me a receipt for the cigarettes, I can't award you that amount either. Case dismissed. Neither of you get shit. Y'all are both white trash pieces of shit. Get the fuck out of my court.
I will find you, Cleatus. I will find you.
Hey,
One day.
hey, Luvana. Luvana.
You can't hide that squirrel farm forever.
Hey, Luvana, remember this. Remember this. Fuck you, lady. You didn't get a dime of my squirrel money. Woohoo!
Well, you ain't getting your balls back. I'm going to keep them in a jar on my kitchen cabinet.
It's
So the day
okay.
we
The
both
walnut
die.
tree will drop some more this season, and I'll just make new ones.
Well, I hope that works out for you and your squirrels.
All right. So that was